Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So last week we finished on page 261 with the Murak who won the argument with the Pandit. So bottom of this page, Nari Tejo Purkh Krave Purkhan Tejo Nari. So that's Bhakt Kabir saying he can make men into women and women into men. परमेश्वर चाहे स्त्री को पुरुष कर देता है और पुरुष को स्त्री कर देता है. कथा इस तरह है, राजा मनु के औलाद नहीं होती थी. So King Manu, who's seen as the first king of the Indian subcontinent, you could tell South Asia, he didn't have any offspring, any children. वशिष्ठ मुनि से पुत्र इष्टि याग कराया के पुत्र हो, रानी को कन्या की इच्छा थी. उसने उसी यज्ञ को कराने वाले दूसरे ब्राह्मण को धन देकर कन्या निमित्त आहूतियाँ पवाइयाँ. रानी के गर्भ ठहर गया और कन्या पैदा हुई. So Manu, he wanted a son, and for that he got Vashishta Muni to do this yag, and the yag ceremony was done for a son, but his wife, she wanted a daughter, and she bought off a Brahman, who then, that Brahman then put some other stuff into the yag, which made it turn into an ardas for a daughter, and the daughter was then born. की होया, की पंगा पै गया. वशिष्ठ जी ने याग शास्त्री से, राजा ने वशिष्ठ मुनि जी को कहा, ये उल्टा क्यों हो गया. वशिष्ठ जी ने याग शक्ति से देखकर राजा को कहा, तुम्हारी रानी ने ब्राह्मणा को धन देकर कन्या निमित्त आहूतियाँ पवाइयाँ हन, इस वास्ते कन्या पैदा हुई. So Vashishta Muni was asked by Manu why was a daughter born rather than a son, and he looked with his Shakti and he saw that the Brahmins put in ahuti, I don't know what they are, so it's something into the jug which meant that the daughter was born. Yeah, so he found out what happened. राजा को बड़ा दुख हुआ और वशिष्ठ मुनि को बार बार कहने लगा, मैंने तो पुत्र वास्ते याग करा था, आपको बुलाया था, मेरा आपके ने काम पूरा नहीं करा. तब वशिष्ठ जी ने अपनी शक्ति से कन्या से पुत्र कर दिया. So the king Manu started crying and complaining to Vashishta Muni, saying, I called you to do the yag for a son and then I haven't got a son, so it's all your fault basically. And then Vashishta Muni then with his Shakti turned the daughter into a son. Raja ka chit prasanna hua, the king got happy. Yeah, uska naam Suddyaman rakhya. Yeah, so he named the son Suddyaman, which means pure mind. Oh bara buddhiman हुआ, so he is very clever, intellectual. एक दिन शिकार खेलता हुआ हिमाचल के वन में चला गया. So one day while he was hunting, he went to a forested or jungle area in the Himalayas. जिस वन में पार्वती का शाप था, जो पुरुष यहाँ आएगा स्त्री हो जाएगा. So that place where he is now at, there was a curse from Parvati, the wife of Shivji, that any man comes in this area, they'll turn into a woman. शाप का कारण ये था, किसी समय में पार्वती शिवजी के साथ काम चेष्टा कर रही थी. अचानक ही सनकादि वहाँ आ गए. उनको देखकर पार्वती को बड़ा लज्जा हुई और पार्वती ने शाप दिया, जो पुरुष इस वन में प्रवेश करेगा सो पुरुष से नारी हो जाएगा. So what happened was Parvati was basically having sex with her husband Shivji in that ban one time, and Sanakadak and his brothers came to that ban while they were in the act, and Parvati then gave a srap to say that any man into this area in the future they'll turn into a woman. So that's what the curse was. Suddyaman को इस शाप का पता नहीं था. घोड़े ते चढ़ इकल्ला ही उस वन में शिकार के निमित्त गया. So Suddyaman, he didn't know about this case in this area, and he alone on his horse came to this area. और अपने को स्त्री स्वरूप में देखा और घोड़े को घोड़ी देखा. So he then saw a reflection of himself and saw that he's turned into a woman, and his horse is now a female horse. स्त्री बनने के कारण कुछ पता न लगा और लज्जा के मारे घर भी ना आया. So he didn't know why he's turned into a woman and why he turned into a female himself, and ashamed of his sex change, he did not come home. वहाँ से दूसरे देश में चला गया। He went to another country from there. तद चंद्रमा का पुत्र बुध से मेल हुआ, आपस में गंधर्व विवाह करा और पूर्वा पुत्र पैदा हुआ. Yeah, so he met the son of the moon, yeah, Buddha, yeah, and he then got married to him. Was it to him? Yeah, yeah, she got married to him, sorry. And they had a son. वहाँ से मनु जी ने अपने पुत्र की तलाश करी, पता लगा वो स्त्री होकर बुद्ध के पास रहता है. So Manu then tried to find his son, found out that he's turned into a female, and he's now living with Buddha, yeah, so that's his husband now. तब उसको मनु घर ले आया. Then Manu brought his daughter home. वशिष्ठ जी ने से प्रार्थना करी, आगे भी आपने इसको कन्या से पुत्र बनाया था, आप भी कृपा करो. So he then again sent to Vashishta, you made him into a male before turning back into a male again. स्त्री से पुरुष बना दो. तब वशिष्ठ जी ने शिव जी से प्रार्थना करी. So Vashishta now, rather than do himself, went to Shivji and said to them, शिवजी ने पार्वती को कहा, पार्वती ने कहा, एक मास स्त्री होके रहे, एक मास पुरुष होके रहे. So Parvati said that he should live 1 month as a female and 1 month as a man. और दोनों संतान पैदा करे, so ऐसा ही हुआ. And that he should get offspring born both as a female and a male. इस वास्ते लिखा है, नारी तेजो पुरख रवे पुरखन तेजो नारी. ऐसा ही प्रसंग महाभारत में विस्तार से लिखा है, यहाँ संक्षेप से लिखते हैं. So in the Mahabharata there's also a similar story. Now they're going to tell that in short. भीष्म पितामह ने कांशी राजा की 3 कन्याएं, जिनके नाम एक अम्बा, दूसरी अम्बका, तीसरी अम्बालका. इन तीनों कन्या को स्वयंवर विचों जबरन उठा ले आए और अपने छोटे भाई विचित्रवीर के साथ शादी कराने लगा. So Bhishma Pitama went to a king of Kanshi, and that Kanshi king had 3 daughters, and in that swambar, which is a ceremony to win the hands of these girls, he took all 3 of them by force, brought them home. Yeah, so he's basically, no one could challenge him or beat him in battle, so they didn't bother. Yeah, so he brought them home and got them all 3 married off to his brother Vichitraveer. परंतु दोनों ने शादी कराई, अम्बा ने शादी ना कराई. So 2 of these girls, sisters, agreed to get married to his brother, but one of them, called Amba, didn't. उसने भीष्म को कहा, तू मेरे को ले आया है, तुम्हारे से ही शादी करूँगी. So she said, Amba, that you're the one who brought me here, so I'm going to get married to you because you're the one who's sort of won the swambar, है ना. भीष्म जी ने प्रण करा था कि मैं सारी उम्र ब्रह्मचारी रहूँगा, शादी ना करूँगा. But Bhishma had made a vow that he wouldn't get married. जब भीष्म जी ने ना माना, तब ओह भीष्म के विद्या गुरु परशुराम पास गई. So when Bhishma refused, she then went to Bhishma's guru, who was Parasuram. So Parasuram's well known for art of warfare, है ना. परशुराम ने भीष्म को बहुत समझाया, परंतु भीष्म ने शादी करना ना माना. So Parasuram tried to convince Bhishma Pitama, but he didn't agree, and still didn't agree to Yana to get married to her. तब परशुराम ने भीष्म को कहा, अगर शादी करना नहीं मानता तो मेरे साथ युद्ध कर. So Parasuram said, if you're not going to get married to her, then fight me. Yeah. तब भीष्म कहने लगा, गुरु साथ युद्ध करना भी योग नहीं. So Bhishma said, it's not good for me to fight my guru either. अगर गुरु हार गया तो भी मेरी हानि है. So I said, if you lose as my guru, then it's going to be shameful for you, है ना, and me, because you're my guru. तब परशुराम ने कहा, दोनों में एक बात कर. So Parasuram said, you got to do one, you either get married to or you fight me, है ना. या शादी कर या युद्ध कर. तब भीष्म ने कहा, शादी करना मेरा धर्म नहीं, युद्ध करना मेरा धर्म है. So Bhishma said, it isn't my duty to get married, but it is my duty to fight. Yeah, तब दोनों को बड़ा घोर भयंकर युद्ध हुआ. So they had a crazy battle. 23 दिन तक युद्ध होता रहा. So for 23 days they carried on fighting. Yeah, आकर देवताओं. So it's not continuous fighting. What they do is they probably during the day they keep fighting and they go to sleep at night and then start again in the morning, है ना. But anyway, आखिर देवताओं ने नारद जी को भेजकर परशुराम को युद्ध से हटाया. So the devte, the angels, then sent Narad ji to get Parasuram to stop fighting, है ना. तब परशुराम ने कन्या को कहा मैं अपना सारा जोर लगाया पर भीष्म नहीं मानता. So Parasuram said to the girl Amba that I've tried everything, even beating him in battle, and he's still not listening, and I can't beat him in battle as well, so he couldn't win either. मैं क्या करूं, जो अब तुम्हारी मर्जी है सो करो. तब कन्या भीष्म के मारने वास्ते तपस्या करती पई. So he basically, Parasuram said, I can't do anything, do what you can now yourself, and the girl then started doing tapasya, so hard penances to kill Bhisham. So she's now got enmity against Bhisham, and rather than get married to him, she wants to kill him now because he didn't get married to her. So she's been set aside now, so she's cast aside as well. She's not got a husband and she can't go anywhere else. So Ar Draupad Raja ke ghar aa janami. So then she was born in her next life after doing tapasya in the house of Draupad the king, द्रौपद राजा ने पुत्र नाम से मशहूर करी और नाम शिखंडी रखा. So Draupad, the girl was born as a son, and he named him now, or her now, शिखंडी, जब शिखंडी बड़ा हुआ तो एक अपने से बड़े राजा की कन्या के साथ उसकी शादी कराई. So शिखंडी got married to a more powerful king's daughter. जिस कन्या के साथ शादी कराई उस कन्या ने अपने पिता को कहा भेजा आपने मेरी पुरुष के साथ शादी नहीं कराई, कन्या के साथ शादी कराई है. So that woman that he got married to, she sent a letter to her father the king saying that you've not got married me to a male, he's a female. तब शिखंडी का सारा क्रोध करके शिखंडी को मारने का तथा द्रौपद राजा को पकड़ने का यत्न करने लगा. So his father-in-law got angry and tried to make plans to arrest Shikhandi and Draupad, his father as well. Draupad Raja सुनकर रानी नाल मिलकर चिंता करने लगा. So Draupad then started discussing this with his wife. Shikhandi माता पिता को दुखी देकर भाग गया. Shikhandi, seeing his parents in anguish and stress, ran away. और कुबेर बान में जाकर लुका, and when hid in Kuber, who's another angel, his gardens, so Kuber's gardens start sort of in the mountain areas, and then it goes up from there. But anyway, अपना सारा दुख कुबेर के माली को सुनाया. So he told Kuber's gardener what had gone on, माली ने कहा मैं योग शक्ति जानता हूँ, योग बल से अपना पुरुष भाव तेरे को देता हूँ और तेरा स्त्री भाव मैं लेता हूँ. So the Mali, the gardener, said, I know Yoga Shakti. So he's basically saying he knows he's got some power, spiritual powers, and with them he can make him into a male and get his female genetics, let's say, into him, and so he becomes female himself. यह पुरुष भाव तू अपने सौरे आद को दिखा कर तसल्ली देकर फिर आकर बदला जाना. So he said, I'll make you into a male, I'll become a female, you go and show your father-in-law that you're actually a man, and then when it's done, that you've proved it, then come back here and then we'll change sex again. Shikhandi ने ऐसा ही किया, यानी अपने सौरे को आ मिला. So he did that, Shikhandi did. उसका सौरा उसका पुरुषपना देकर बड़ा खुश हुआ और अपनी कन्या को दंड देता पाया. So the king saw that, the proof of his genitals or whatever, that he's a man, and he started having a go at his daughter, saying that you've been lying. वहाँ एक दिन कुबेर बाग में आया. So one day then Kuber came to his garden. माली शर्म करके उसको ना मिला. The gardener, ashamed of his sex change, didn't meet Kuber. Kuber ने दूसरे नौकरों से पूछा, उन्होंने सब हाल सुनाया. So Kuber asked the other employees of his what's happened to the gardener, where's he gone, and they told him what's gone on. तब कुबेर ने माली को मंगा कर शाप दिया. Then Kuber called him and gave him a curse, the gardener. तू अब से स्त्री बनी रहो, and he said that you should now remain a woman, और वो पुरुष ही बना रहे, and he should remain a man. तब से शिखंडी पुरुष ही बना रहा, and then Shikhandi remained a male from that point on. और महाभारत युद्ध में भीष्म पितामह को मार देता पाया, and then he kills, Shikhandi kills Bhisham in the Mahabharat. So इस प्रकार परमेश्वर चाहे तो पुरुष को नारी और नारी को पुरुष बना देता है. So then again, God can convert a man into a female, female into a male. तीसरी युक्ति सुख दुख के साम में ईश्वर अधीन तब है. So the third thing they're going to now discuss is saying that in sukh and dukh we should remain the same, so in happiness and sadness, and saying it's all in the power of God the Creator. Mata kare pasham ke taye purab hi le ja. So saying we plan to go somewhere, we go in the other direction. Khin me tha bhut hapan hara apan hath matha unt. So he's saying God creates everything in a second, yeah, and he's got all power to destroy it. Siyana bakahu kamana art. So he's saying our cleverness or our craftiness doesn't get us anywhere, है जो अनुरूपियो ठाकर मेरे होए रही ओह बात. So that's how the पंक्तियाँ ना श्री गुरु अर्जन देव जी गुजरी राग. So it's saying whatever God wants, है that is what happens, है that's all that can happen, and not what we want, है देश कमावन तन जोड़न की मनसा बीचे निकसे सास. So it's saying try to conquer other countries, getting our money together, our desires, है yeah, we die like that, our swas finish like that, Laskar neb khawas sab tyage jumper ut sada. Is it ut, is it ut in this one? Yeah, so he's saying all these things, even if we're kings or whatever, everything goes away when death's angels come and take us away, Oh man, do you want to do all these? Okay, there's another page of them yet. Well, I'm not going to do this bhankti, alright, you can read them in your own time. So that's page 264 to 265, yeah. So all these bhankti are talking about basically different states and how we go through, and it's saying in an end, it just says basically that God does everything and he's in charge. It doesn't matter what we do, ठीक है. इस प्रकार सुखमनी साहिब में सत्य वक्ता श्री गुरु अर्जन देव जी प्रतिज्ञा करके कहते हैं कि जीव का सब व्यवहार ईश्वर अधीन है. इस वास्ते जिस तरह ईश्वर को पावे उस में ही प्रसन्न रहे. So it's saying basically God in creation, everything happens according to his command, and for that reason we should just remain happy in the will of God. सोई सियाना सो पतवंता हुक्म लगे जिस मीठा जियो. So it's saying that person is wise and has got all virtues, Hukam lage jis meetha jiyo, that person who accepts the command of God as sweet, doesn't matter what happens, even if their parents die, even if they die, get disease. Jo kach kare soi sukhman pula kahe fire ajan. We should accept what God gives us as sukh, as giving us peace, happiness. Pula kahe fire ajan, so we'll get lost, we can't get anything else, we just have to accept what's there, इस सुखमनी साहिब की पंक्ति पर एक संत मस्त हो गए. So saying by hearing this सुखमनी साहिब की पंक्ति जो फिर read, one sant became carefree के परमात्मा जो कुछ करे उसी मैं ही सुखी रहूँगा. So the sant said, whatever God does, I'll be happy with whatever he does, in my life. वे महात्मा हर एक बात में प्रसन्न रहने लगा. And this Mahatma, this great soul, started to remain happy with whatever happened in his life, he just accepted it. और सब बात ईश्वर की प्रेरणा से होती है यह निश्चय कर. Yeah, so he accepted everything happening according to the will of God. आप बिल्कुल निसंकल्प होकर बैठा रहा करे. So he remained basically free of any thoughts and just let destiny take its place. जैसे बिल्ली का बच्चा आप कुछ यत्न नहीं करता. So saying in the same way, the babies of a cat and the kittens, they don't do anything, basically the cat does everything for them when they're born, बिल्ली उठा कर जहाँ मर्जी हो रख देवे बच्चा वहीं परा रहता है. So saying the cat picks up the kittens and puts them somewhere and they just stay where they put, तैसे ही यह महात्मा खान पान आदि का कुछ ख्याल न करे. So this great soul, in the same way, just stayed in one spot, didn't care about eating, drinking or anything else, will just stay one place and let things unfold. ऐसा विचार के जहाँ महा परमात्मा रखेगा और जिस तरह रखेगा उसी तरह ही सुख दुख में प्रसन्न रहूँगा. एक संतों की मंडली रास्ते में जा रही थी. So he's basically saying whatever God gives me here, I'll just stay here, and if anything moves me, then I'll move. And now a collection of sants, a sant mandali was walking past. उनके साथ यह महात्मा भी चल पड़े. Yeah, so this sant saw them and then started walking with them. घूमते घूमते एक नदी के किनारे पहुँचे. So walking along, they got to a river bank जहाँ वृक्षों की बड़ी संघनी छाया थी, and on the river bank there was a lot of trees and a lot of shade from the trees. ਅਤੇ थोड़ी दूर पर एक शहर भी था, and a bit of distance away there was a city. वहाँ सुंदर स्थान देखकर संत मंडली ने वृक्षों के नीचे आसन लगा दिए. So the saints seeing this scenic spot here basically sat down here. वह संतोखी संत भी नदी के पार एकांत में वृक्षों की छाया में बैठ गए. पहले दिन तो भोजन कर आए थे. Yeah, so these saints, yeah, they're content, and so they just sat down there and didn't try getting any food. And so the first day they'd already eaten when they got there. कोई ज़रूरत नहीं सी. शाम को शहर के सत्संगी लोग कुछ वहाँ पहुँच गए और संत मंडली को निमंत्रण दिया कि महाराज कल हम यहाँ ही भोजन आप सब के लिए ले आएंगे कि आपने पीछा को ना जाना. So people from the city saw them sitting there and said to the sants that you don't need to go and beg for food anywhere. We'll bring you food here. Don't go anywhere. We'll bring you food ourselves. उन सत्संगियों में एक 7 करोड़ का शाहूकार था. So within that collection of congregation who was saying we'll bring you food, there was a businessman who had 7 करोड़ रुपया, so I don't know if that's 7 million, is it million? 70 million. Yes, sorry. You know it because you got it in the bank. Anyway, परंतु उसके घर संतान नहीं सी. But that businessman or the rich person had no children. इस वास्ते उसने ख्याल कीता कि यह 7 करोड़ रुपये किसी परमार्थ में लग जावे तो अच्छा है. So this person had thought, this money that I got, I'm not going to have kids, so I might as well just put it towards a good charitable cause and now some godly cause, because it's going to go to waste otherwise. ऐसा विचार कर अपने मित्रों से पूछा कि मेरे घर औलाद तो है नहीं, इस वास्ते में अपना सब रुपया परमार्थ में लगाना चाहता हाँ. So he discussed it with his friends and told him his idea. उसके मित्रों ने सलाह दी कि कोई ब्रह्मवेत्ता क्रोध रहित शांत चित्त महात्मा मिले तो उससे गुरु बनाकर गुरु दक्षिणा में अपना धन मान धन सर्वंस अर्पण कर देना, इससे परे होर कोई उत्तम पुण्य नहीं. Yeah, so his friends, they said, when you meet a true Purusha, a person who's one with God, who's got no anger, who's always peaceful, make that person your guru and then sacrifice your mind, body and all your wealth to that person. So they're saying basically give all of the money to that person. So in Gurbani it says Sadguru ki seva lagya bhojal tare sansar. So if you attach yourself to the true guru, you get across the world, the terrifying ocean of the world, man chindiya phal paisi antar vivek vichar, and then you get your mind's desires, and inside of you get vivek, so ascertainment or differentiation of truth and falsehood in the world. Sadgur pure sevya dukha ka hoye nas. So by saving the true guru, you'll get rid of all your pain and anguish. Nanak naam aradhya karaj ave ras. And do Nam Japana like this, then all of your karaj will become complete. So all of your action, all your desires and things that you're trying to achieve will get fulfilled. Mastak bhag hoye tur likhyata satguru seva lai. So saying if you got true destiny, yeah, and good destiny, then you will get to do seva of a Satguru. इस प्रकार मित्रों ने सलाह दी थी कि पहले पूरे सदगुरु की तलाश करो. So his friends told him, first go and find a true guru, ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਗਿਆਨ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਧੀਰਜ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਆਦਿ ਦੇਖੋ. And they said look at that person then and see if they've got wisdom, if they've got peace, if they've got patience and if they've got vivek. Yeah. फिर उन्हों को गुरु बनाकर सर्वल दे दियो. So saying then once you're satisfied that the guru's got all these virtues, then sacrifice everything that you've got to them and make them your guru. मित्रों की सलाह उसਨੂੰ पसंद आई ਅਤੇ शांत चित महात्मा को ढूंढने लगा. So he took the advice of his friends and tried to look for a great soul like this. और उनके शांति आदि गुणा की परीक्षा करने लगा. And he's tried to test now other people of these virtues और ऐसे ऐसे काम करने लगा जिन्हों से महात्मा को किसी न किसी तरह क्रोध आ जाए. So he started acting in such a way that people he'd attach himself to would get angry with him. जिस महात्मा को क्रोध आ जाता था उसके पास नहीं जाता था. So whoever got angry, he then would not go back to that person, है ना, because he realized that they're not one with God, है ना. एक दिन वह सेठ अपने मित्रों को साथ लेकर महात्माओं की मंडली को निमंत्रण दे आया. Yeah, so he came with his friends to this Sant Mandali that were here, that we just talked about, the river bank, है ना, and he gave them a message, है ना, और उनकी शांति की परीक्षा करने वास्ते बहुत देरी करके दिन छपने के करीब भोजन लाया. So he obviously asked them to not eat anything, and then when the day was about to the sunset was about to set, है ना, इतनी देर ने कर पर किसी संत ने भी क्रोध ना किया. Yeah, so he went to them when sun setting, है ना, and the sants didn't get angry. सारी संत मंडली को शांत देकर सेठ बड़ा प्रसन्न हुआ. So he got happy seeing them like this, है ना, that they didn't get angry. Yeah, so in the past, these sadhu sants, they only used to eat during daytime. They'd never eat at night, because the night is seen as for doing bhakti and including the Amritvillah. So they used to have a maryada that they would only eat during the daytime hours. They wouldn't eat otherwise. So that's why he went late as well, this guy. Anyway, और प्रेम से सबको भोजन कराने लगा. जब संत भोजन करने लगे तो उस प्रेमी को कहा कि हमारे को भोजन देकर. वो जो पार एक महात्मा बैठे हैं जो हमारे ही साथ है, वो बड़े एकांतवासी और शांत चित है. So he did, sorry, got it wrong, I've jumped. Alright, so what actually happened, yeah, he's giving them food, but he came a bit late, yeah. So he's feeding them food, and then one of the sants said, that sant sitting over there, he's special, he's got more peace in him, उन्हों को पार ही भोजन खिलाना, yeah, and he has to go to the other side of the river back to get to the sant, यानी धनी यह वचन सुनकर फिर पूछने लगा कि सचमुच वो शांतचित्त और संतोषी है. and he asked, is he really that peaceful, है ना, तो हम उनके ज़रूर दर्शन करेंगे और पार ही उनको भोजन खिलाएंगे. Yeah, so he said, I'll definitely do his darshan and get him food across the river onto the side, है ना. इस प्रकार कहकर पहले सब संत मंडली को भोजन कराया. So he fed all the sants there. फिर नदी के पार गए और संत की परीक्षा करने लगे. So he went onto the other side of the river to the other sant and started to test them, है ना, कि देखे कहाँ तक इनके चित्त में शांति है. So he's testing how peaceful they are. उस संत के नज़दीक जाकर बड़ा रौला पाने लगा. ये लगे. So he went to near to that sant and started making loads of noise. और बैठ कर भोजन खान लगे. And they started eating food. When they got near the sant, आप भोजन खा कर बाकी भोजन मच्छियों और कुआं को डाल दिया. So they ate the food, and what was left of the food they put it in for the fish into the river. महात्मा वास्ते कुछ भी भोजन न रखा. And they didn't keep any food back for the great soul, है ना, sitting there. वह महात्मा भी ईश्वर के भजन में मस्त होकर बैठे रहे. And that great soul kept just meditating, है ना, and didn't pay attention to anything. उनकी तरफ आंख उठा कर भी ना देखा. And he didn't even lift his eyes to look towards them, है ना, शांति पूर्वक बैठे रहे. वो भगत मंडली भोजन खा कर बर्तन नौकरों के हाथ कर भेज कर खाली हाथ उस महात्मा के पास आ बैठे. Yeah, so they sent basically all their empty dishes with their servants, these people did, है ना, and now they come to the saint to sit in there, है ना, और ऊपर से न्योनी करके कहने लगे कि महाराज बड़ा दुख हुआ. हम सब संत मंडली के वास्ते भोजन लाए थे और उन महात्माओं ने हमको कहा भी था कि पार एक महात्मा है, उनको भी भोजन खिला देना, परंतु हम अंधे अज्ञानी भूल गए. हम सब ने भोजन खाया और बचा हुआ मच्छियों और कुआं को डाला, परंतु आप कल के भूखे को भोजन नहीं दिया. महाराज भोजन पक्के कच्चे दोनों नमूने के थे. माल पूड़े, दही, भल्ले, पापड़, चावल, कचौड़ियाँ, फुलके तथा नाना प्रकार की भाजियाँ तथा खट्टी मीठी चटनियाँ इत्यादि बहुत प्रकार के भोजन बनाए थे. परंतु बड़े दुख और अफसोस की बात है कि आप भूखे ही बैठे रहे. Yeah, so what that is saying is after they ate and stuff, they went over to the great soul, Hannah, and said to him, we fed all the other saints on the other side. On this side, we came here and we started eating ourselves and completely forgot about you, and then fed the leftovers to birds and fish. And we'd made loads of food, so fried food and all these other foods they've talked about, Hannah. Yeah. And we've messed up basically, and we're sorry for that, Hannah. कि आप भूखे ही बैठे रहे, उनकी यह सब बातें सुनकर महात्मा बड़ी शांति और धीरज से बोले. So after hearing all this, yeah, the Mahatma listened to it carefully with patience and then spoke quietly and with peace. कि इस शरीर की कोई चिंता ना करो. So he said, don't worry about this body of mine. यह शरीर ईश्वर अधीन है, ईश्वर की प्रेरणा ही अभी नहीं हुई. So he's saying this body is in the command of God the Creator, and it isn't God's permission at the moment for this body to eat. हमें तो ईश्वर खिलाएगा तो खाएंगे, ना खिलाएगा तो शांति में पड़े रहेंगे. So he's saying, if God feeds me, then I'll eat. If they don't, then I'll stay at peace. इसलिए तुम खान पान की वार्ता को छोड़कर कोई परमेश्वर संबंधी वार्ता चलाओ. So he said, forget the talk about food, let's talk about God, and ask me something about God. Let's discuss God. जिससे तुम्हारा भला हो. फिर सब भगत कहने लगे कि महाराज हमारा भला तो आप लोगों की सेवा करने से ही था. So he's saying, if we speak about God, that will be of benefit to all of us. And these people who are there, these Bhagatsana, they call him Bhagatsana, they're saying, Maharaj, that what's in our benefit is actually doing your seva, Hana. परंतु हम ऐसे पापी और अपराधी हैं कि आपके पास बैठकर हम खाते रहे. They're saying we're so sinful that we actually sat by you and ate the food rather than serving you. और आपसे पूछा भी नहीं, and we didn't even ask you if you wanted to eat. इस वास्ते हमारे चित्त में बड़ा दुख हुआ. So they're saying we're now in a lot of anguish because of our stupid actions. अब तो हमारा चित्त तब प्रसन्न होगा जब तुम कल को हमारा निमंत्रण मानो. अगर और कोई प्रेमी खाने वास्ते कोई चीज़ ले पियावे, परंतु आपने मुँह में ना डालना. So they're saying we'll only be happy now if you eat food from us, and we'll come tomorrow and give you food, but you should not eat off anyone else. We'll give you the food. It doesn't matter if someone even comes to feed you, don't eat that food, we're going to feed you. So they're saying basically it's our seva. महात्मा ने कहा अच्छा जैसे तुम कहते हो वैसा ही करूँगा. So the great soul agreed with their conditions and said that will happen. और जिस समय जो चीज़ ले आऊँगे खा लूँगा. ऐसे संतों से वचन लेकर वह प्रेमी चले गए. So he said, whatever you bring, I'll eat that. And in this way they returned. दूसरे दिन फिर 36 प्रकार के भोजन बनाए और साथ ही 2 रोटियां चन्नियों की बड़ी मोटी मोटी पकाकर खुश्क ही रख ली. So the next day they made all 36 types of foods, and then they made 2 rotiyan, 2 chapatis made out of chickpea flour, I think it is, which are really thick rotiyan. They made as well on purpose, and they kept them like sort of dry, so with no ghee or anything on them, और सब संत मंडली को भोजन खिलाया. And then they fed the saints again on the other side of the river bank. बाकी जो भोजन बचा वो थोड़ी दूर नदी के किनारे पर बैठकर सब भक्तों ने खा लिया, और बाकी मछलियों को डालकर वो 2 खुश्क रोटियां नदी पार ले गए. So again they fed the saints, got rid of all the other food, fed it to the fish and whatever, and then those 2 rotiyan which are sort of dry, they took them onto the other side of the river bank. और महात्मा से कहने लगा महाराज सेठ जी को कोई काम पड़ गया था, इसलिए उन्होंने हमारे को भोजन खिलाने भेजा और हमें अच्छी तरह समझाया भी कि सब संत मंडली को भोजन खिलाकर जो नदी पार संत रहते हैं उनको बड़े प्रेम से जाकर भोजन खिलाना. So they're saying, the people who come to the other side of the riverbank to see this sant, they're saying basically the Seth, the businessman, couldn't come today and he sent us and he's told us to make sure that we feed you as well. क्योंकि वो 2 दिन के भूखे बैठे हैं. इस तरह बारंबार सेठ जी ने हमें समझाया भी था और संत मंडली ने ही भी कहा था कि पार वाले संतों को प्रेम पूर्वक भोजन खिलाना, परंतु हम भूल गए और वहाँ ही मछलियों देखने लग गए. आप भोजन खाते रहे और मछलियों को भी खिलाते रहे, परंतु आप वास्ते कुछ भी ना रखा. So they're saying we've been mistaken, we didn't listen to our boss, and we've now fed the food that was left to the fish, and we ate it ourselves as well. ये हे भगवान, आज तो कल से भी बहुत अच्छे अच्छे भोजन सेठानी जी ने खुद अपने हाथों से बनाकर भेजे थे. Saying today the food was even a lot better, and his wife had cooked the food, another the businessman's. जैसे रबड़ी, मलाई, कसार, पिस्ते तथा बादामों वाली खीर. So he's going through a list of like special foods, let's say, Anna. Yeah, fattening foods. Dishes of desserts है ना. बादामों वाली खीर, गुलाब जामुन, अमृतियाँ, केवर इत्यादि बहुत सामान आपको खिलाने के लिए भेजा था. So saying she made all these desserts for us to feed you. हम पापियों ने आपको कुछ भी नहीं खिलाया, और अभी सेठ जी भी आने वाले हैं, उनको को क्या जवाब देंगे. So they're saying he's about to arrive now, so what we're going to tell him because we haven't fed you. महात्मा ने फिर बड़े तेरे तथा अनेक मीठे वचनों से उनको कहा. So the great soul, again speaking with a lot of patience and sweetness, said to them कि संतों पास जाइए तो ब्रह्म चर्चा ही करनी चाहिए. So he said, when you go to sants, you should only think about discussing God. खान पान आदि की वार्ता तथा देश वार्ता और व्यवहार की वार्ता ना करनी चाहिए. So he's saying we shouldn't talk about eating and drinking when we meet sants, or what's going on in the country, politics, and we shouldn't talk about our daily actions. है ना. और हम तो ईश्वर के भरोसे पर बैठे हैं. And he's saying I've got trust in God, and that's what I'm sitting on here, है ना, to get me my food. जब ईश्वर खिलाएगा तो खा लेंगे. So saying when God in the creation feeds me, I will eat then. अगर ना खिलाएंगे तो कुछ चिंता भी नहीं. So again, if God doesn't feed me, then I'm not bothered as well, or I won't get stressed about it. फिर वो बड़े संकोच से कहने लगे कि महाराज, हमें यह कहते बड़ी शर्म लगती है. So now they hesitantly started speaking and said, Maharaj, we are ashamed of ourselves saying this, कि कुत्तियों वास्ते खुश्क चनों की 2 रोटियां आए थे, वो अभी हाजिर है. So they're saying for the dogs we made these 2 fat rotiyan which are dry, yeah, and we can give you those to eat, है ना. परंतु देने में हमें बड़ी शर्म लगती है. But the same, we feel ashamed of ourselves giving you this, क्योंकि आपके वो सेठ जी ने निमंत्रण दिया हुआ था और दिया सूखियाँ रोटियाँ. So he's saying, but we feel ashamed because the Seth, the businessman, had gave you an invite to eat a feast, and now we're giving you these dry roti. है ना. संत कहने लगे कोई शक न करो. Shak, is it shak? What does it sound there? You don't know, do you? शक. कोई शक न करो, अगर तुम वो दोगे तो खुशी से ले लेंगे. संत घर घर में कुत्ते की तरह टुकड़े मांगते रहते हैं. Yeah, so he's saying, if you give me those rotiyan, I'll eat them. He's saying even for like small amounts of food, sants go around asking and begging for food like a dog anyway. So he's saying it doesn't matter if the food is meant for a dog, I'll eat it, है ना, the prashad. So that's his nimrata, है ना. Anyway, द्वार है द्वार स्वान जो डोलत, है ना. So he's got a गुरबानी दी पंगत, है ना. Yeah, इस वचन अनुसार हमारे कुत्तियों की न्याय वृत्ति गुरु जी लिखते हैं. Yeah, so he's saying Guru Sahib is talking about us, and here द्वारे द्वार स्वान जो डोलत, है ना, that we're like dogs, and we go from door to door, है ना, like a dog, है ना, and in our sort of virti, है ना, in the way we operate, है ना, we don't go to God. तुम सूखे टुकड़े ही लाओ, हम खा लेंगे. वो कहने लगे महाराज किस चीज़ से खाओगे. Yeah, so he's saying just break off the roti and give it to me, and I give me the tukre and I'll eat them. And they're saying what you're going to eat with saag bhaji to kuch hai nahi. And they're saying we've got no sabji or anything to feed it, have for you to have it with, है ना. और रोटियाँ बहुत खुश्क हैं. And they're saying the rotiयाँ are really dry. महात्मा ने कहा कि जाल के कूंट से खा लेंगे. So the great soul saying, just get me some water and I'll just dip it into the water and eat it like that, है ना, to make it softer. परंतु वो जान जान कर देरी करते हैं. Yeah, so on purpose again they're delaying even giving this food, है ना, क्योंकि उस सेठ जी ने पहले समझा दिया था कि मैं एक बनावटी भूखा अतिथि भेजूँगा. because they'd been taught by their boss, the businessman, that he's going to send someone who's going to pretend to be a hungry person, so they're delaying giving these prashadeh because they know that person's supposed to turn up as well. उसके आने पर महात्मा को खुश्क रोटियां देनियां, ये फिर परीक्षा करेंगे कि वो 2 दिन का भूखा संत रोटियां देने की उदारता रखता है कि नहीं. So this is part of all of his great plan, and to test his sant. So he's saying that when the beggar comes, we're going to see if he gives the food to the beggar or the hungry person, or he eats it himself. जब भगतों ने वह अतिथि नज़दीक आया देखा, तब दोनों खुश्क रोटियां उठा के संत के हाथों पर रख दी. So when they saw that person approaching, they on purpose then gave the rotiyan to the sant to put them on his hands. रोटियों को देखते ही बनावटी अतिथि ने पुकार करी. So this new person who's arriving at the scene is now making his supplication कि संत जी आप रोटी ना खाना. And he's saying, Sant ji, don't eat the roti. मैं 3 दिन का भूखा हूँ और भूख के मारे बड़ा व्याकुल हो रहा हूँ. So he's saying, I'm hungry and I've been starving for 3 days, and the hunger's killing me. मेरे प्राण बचाओ. संत ने बड़े प्रेम से उठ कर उसको दोनों रोटियां जाकर दे दी. So the sant gave both the rotiyan to this guy out of his hands, और जल की सेवा पी करी, and also gave him water to drink. इतने में सेठ जी भी पहुंच गए, and now the businessman arrived as well. अपने आदमियों से पूछा, महाराज को तृप्ति से भोजन कराया. And he asked his servants or his men that did you feed this sant to his fill, to his like. वो बनावटी रोने लगे, and they started then acting and pretending that they're crying. और कहने लगे हम भूल गए महाराज जी ने कुछ भोजन नहीं किया. And they started pretending and saying, oh, we've made a mistake, he hasn't eaten anything. 2 रोटियां ले आए, सो भी इनसे इस अतिथि ने मांग ली है. आप बिल्कुल भूखे बैठे, हम इन्हों से अपने अपराध की क्षमा मांग रहे हैं. So they're saying we bought the 2 rotiyan, and even those he's given them to this guy who's turned up as well, and they're starving completely, had no food. And we're asking for forgiveness of him. सेठ यह बात सुनकर अपने आदमियों पर बड़ा बनावटी तौर पर नाराज हुआ और कहने लगा, अरे मूर्खो. So the businessman then pretended to be angry with his men and called them stupid. तुमने हमारा सब पुण्य क्षीण कर दिया क्योंकि तो निमंत्रण देकर भी महाराज को भोजन ना खिलाया. यह पाप किसके सिर पर चढ़ेगा. 3 दिन के महाराज भूखे बैठे हैं. So he's now having to go to his servants pretending that I gave him an invite and he's still sitting here after 3 days starving. और अब रात्रि पार गई है. And he said now it's night time as well. इस वास्ते रात्रि ने को संतों ने भोजन खाना नहीं. Saying because it's now night time, he won't eat the food, any food now, if you try to give it him. इस बात का मुझे बड़ा दुख हुआ है. So he's saying I'm in much anguish because of this, what's happened. ऐसे कहकर अपने आदमियों को झूठा ही मारने लगा. And then he started pretending to hit them. तब संतों ने सेठ को बड़ा धीरज दिया. And the sant told the Seth, the businessman, to calm down. और कहा कुछ ख्याल न करो. And said, don't think of any of this. मैं बड़े आनंद में मगन हूँ. And he said, I'm in much bliss and happy the way I am. तुम भी सब शांति पूर्वक रहो. And saying, you become peaceful as well, like me. और अपने घर जाओ. तब सेठ जी कहने लगा कि महाराज. And he said to them, go home. And now the businessman said, महाराज अब तो हम घर को तब जाएंगे जब आप हमारे घर में आकर भोजन पाने का वचन दोगे. Saying, I will only go home if you promise to come to my house. क्योंकि हमने कल सब संतों के वास्ते भंडारा करने का ख्याल किया है. So he's saying, I'm thinking of calling all the saints to my house to feed them. सब महात्मा हमारे घर आएंगे. आप जी ने भी हमारे घर बैठ के तृप्त पूर्वक भोजन करना. So he's saying, I want you to also come to my house and eat food and be satisfied. तब महात्मा ने कहा कि अच्छा तुम प्रसन्न रहो, हम तुम्हारे घर आप ही आ जाएंगे. फिर सेठ जी ने कहा महाराज जी. So he's agreed now to go to his house and eat there. और किसी जगह आपने कुछ पीना खाना सुच्चे मुँह आना हमारे घर ही आकर मुँह चला आखिर क्या चोलना है चोलना मुँह चोलना तब संत जी ने कहा अच्छा so he's saying to him you can't eat anything else you need to come to my house and break your fast of the last 3 days है ना only eat at mine ऐसे ही करेंगा and he agreed to that so this is what happened सेठ जी ने कहा महाराज साध बचन अटलादा गुरु साहिब जी ने लिखा है इसलिए आपने बचन पर कायम रहना so he's saying in Gurbani it says साध बचन अटलादा which means basically the bachan of a true saint is always happens है ना so he's saying stick to that bachan now that you've done with me that you're going to come make sure you come तब संतों ने कहा अच्छा तब सेठ जी महात्मा जी को नमस्कार करके और अपने घर का निशान पता सब बतला कर अपने घर को चला आया so he told him the location of his house and then came back दूसरे दिन अपनी बरादरी बुलाए और अनेक प्रकार के भोजन तैयार करवाए so the Seth invited all his family and friends and made loads of food of different types और घर के दरवाजे पर लाठियाँ वाले पहरेदार बैठा दिए and he got guards with sticks at his doorways of his house और सब पहरेदारों को कह दिया कि और सब महात्मा को अंदर आ जाने देना परंतु पार वाला संत जब आवे तो उसको दुर्वचन कहकर अनेक प्रकार का तिरस्कार करना किसी प्रकार से भी उसे अंदर ना आने देना अगर मेरा नाम भी ले तो भी उसे दुर्वचन कहने और ठहरने ना देना शहर से बाहर निकाल देना फिर देखना कि उसको क्रोध होता है ये नहीं Yeah, so he got these guards and taught them that let everyone in, but that sant who lives on the other side of the riverbank, don't let him in. Be offensive to him, and even if he asks my name, don't still let him in, and then kick him out of the city as well. And then let's see if he gets angry. परंतु यह बात याद रखना कि उसको फ़कत तारना ही है मारना नहीं. So he's saying all you're going to do is warn him. You're not going to actually hit him, है ना? Yeah, so he said remember that, है ना? दूसरे दिन जब वह संत सेठ के बतलाए हुए पर उसके द्वार पर पहुंचा और सेठ जी का नाम लिया तब शरीदारों ने उसका बड़ा तिरस्कार किया so when he arrived the guardsmen were disrespectful to him संतों ने कहा हमारे को सेठ जी कह आए हैं हम तो अपनी बाणी पूरी करने के लिए आए हैं So he's saying, I'm only come here because he invited me and I'm only coming here because I agreed to come here. ना एक बार मुझे सेठ से मिला हो. So he's saying, let me meet him once, है ना तो मैं सच्चा हो जाऊँ. So I can prove that I actually came. क्योंकि सेठ जी कह आए थे कि साध बचन अटला था इस प्रकार बहुत कहा परंतु शरीदारों ने उसके एक बात भी ना सुनकर शहर से बाहर निकाल दिया इतना तिरस्कार होने पर भी उस महात्मा का चित्त प्रसन्न ही देखा So they kicked him out of the city and he still didn't get angry. Yeah, so there's a पंक्ति from the Gita which I'm not going to read, है ना अर्थ below सब भूतों में द्वेष भाव से रहित और स्वार्थ रहित सब का प्रेमी और हेतु रहित दयालु तथा ममता से रहित और अहंकार से रहित सुख दुख की प्राप्ति में सम और क्षमावान है यानी अपराध करने वाले को भी आप देने वाला है ऐसी दशा देखकर सेठ जी बाजा राजा मोटर टांगे ले जाकर तथा फूलों की माला महात्मा के गले में पहनाकर बड़ी धूमधाम के साथ सब संत मंडली सहित उस महात्मा को घर ले आए. Yeah, so the Gita saying that it doesn't matter what happens in every true Purusha, people one with God, yeah, they're free of any desires, yeah, and they don't have any they're always merciful, and they've never got any attachment, they've not got any ego, and they stay stable in anything that life throws them, happiness and sadness, and they're always forgiving, and they always forgive even the people who are doing sins against them, ऐसी दशा देकर सेठ जी बाजा राजा. So seeing this, seeing the way that the saint responded to all these tests, the king now got cars and everything else and made like garlands of flowers and everything else, and went with bands and music and everything else to go and get the Sant now, because he's over the moon that he's passed all the tests that he's sent, है ना. और धन मन धन अर्पण किया और कहा कि महाराज यह 7 करोड़ रुपया आपकी सेवा के लिए है. So he went to the Sant and said, this is for you, you can have this 70 million rupees, है ना. यहाँ आपकी मर्जी हो वह खर्च करो. So he's saying, whatever is your desire, you can spend it there. यह आपकी ही चीज़ है, this is your own. परंतु वह महात्मा उदास ही रहे और सारा व्यवहार ईश्वर देन समझकर और उसको ईश्वर का भेजा हुआ समझकर सेठ को सद उपदेश देकर उसका चित्त शांत किया और उसको यह शिक्षा दी कि ईश्वर के भाने में प्रसन्न रहना. Yeah, so the saint accepted the money as just whatever God sent him, and then taught the businessman to always accept God's will in whatever happens. नर चाहत कश और की और पे चित्त रहो ठकोर नानक फांसी गल परी. So Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur is teaching us that we try for something and then something else happens, and basically we're dying, in our life, and we're going towards death, and we don't realise, and we just got to accept God's will and what's going to happen. I don't know what this pankti is, कथा एक राज कन्या का हाथ देकर एक ज्योतिषी ब्राह्मण मोहित हो गया. We'll stop there. 271, yeah? ठीक है. ज्योतिषी ब्राह्मण. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.